Welcome everyone to the Department of Anthropology open house. My name is Othan Alexandrakis. I'm the chair of the department, and this is my colleague Lisa Davidson. We're both professors in anthropology, and I just want to start here with a quick land acknowledgement before we jump in. York University recognizes that many Indigenous nations have long-standing relationships with the territories upon which York University campuses are located that precede the establishment of York University. York University acknowledges its presence on the traditional territory of many Indigenous nations. The area known as Takranto has been caretaken by the Anishinaabeg Nation, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Huron-Wendat. It is now home to many First Nation, Inuit, and Métis communities. We acknowledge the current treaty holders, the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation. This territory is subject of the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Belt Covenant, an agreement to peaceably share and care for the Great Lakes region. And since this is a virtual open house, you all may find yourselves in different places. So I've put in the chat a link where you can go and find the traditional territory where you are and do your own land acknowledgement as well. Okay, a word just to begin and welcome to the new person joining us. We are again on Zoom, obviously, and so that comes with some risks. So a word on protocol. If by chance we're interrupted or a technological glitch happens or something causes this to stop, we will follow up with everyone over email with a link to a video recording of the open house presentation, and of course, email address where you can find where you can send your questions, and we'll follow up with each of you. So that's just to say if there is an interruption for some reason. Okay, so maybe I'll just go over the agenda real quick so everybody knows what's coming up. We will do some better introductions in just a moment, and then we'll move on to talk about student experiential education and anthropology. We're really excited to talk about student research, our undergraduate student journal. We're going to talk about experiential education, so our placement course and our C4 primer course, which is really exciting. We'll talk about that too. And of course, study abroad. And then we'll follow that with a overview of the degrees that we offer and the special certificate programs that we have at the Department of Anthropology, and a short thing on what to do with a degree in anthropology, which is also important to discuss as well, and then we'll take questions. So that's the plan. I hope that fits what everybody was hoping would happen. And maybe then I'll just say a few more words about myself, and then I'll turn it over to Lisa. So again, my name is Othan Alexandrakis. I'm the chair of the department. I joined York Anthropology about 8 or 9 years ago. I'm a political anthropologist, and my current research is on migration. I focus on Europe, and I think about most recently child migration, unaccompanied child migration to Greece. And I've been doing field work there for about 5 or 6 years now. So long time of doing research. And I'm excited to say I just published a book, and I take every opportunity to advertise it. So there it is, Radical Resilience. Look it up if you're curious. And I can send you a promo code for a cheap version too if you're interested in doing that. But anyway, that's my own self-promotion. And I'll turn it over to Lisa.
Hi there. So my name is Lisa Davidson. I am a professor here at York University, Department of Anthropology. I'm also the undergraduate program director. I'm rather new to York. I only came on board 2 years ago, so I don't have that long history, but I found my niche here. It's a welcoming department. The students are fabulous, and you'll find that your professors are just as great. So just to say what my research is, I research on migration, settler colonialism, specifically within mainline Protestant churches, which are churches that came from Europe to Canada and were part of the settler colonial endeavor. And what I'm interested is I'm looking at how various newcomers to Canada, first generation, second generation, third generation, are finding a sense of belonging within the church community. So that's basically what I do. And I also focus very much on teaching in anthropology.
Excellent.
So I'll pass the floor back over to Austin.
All right. Okay. So Lisa and I were talking, trying to figure out the best way to do an open house. And since we're virtual and you can't come to our actual department, we thought we'll take you to our virtual department. So that is our website. And we can perhaps start there. So I'm sure you've all seen our website. I hope you have at least. So this is the Department of Anthropology main website page. And of course, you can get there by Googling York University Anthropology, or you can navigate navigate to our department from the York University main page, but it might be easier to just Google. And so this is our department sort of landing page, and we have lots of information here. I'll just give you a very quick look at it. It is.
Austin, there's something, it's not loading up properly.
How's that?
That's better. Thank you.
Okay, great. So this is the main page. So here is our blurb about what the department is about, and some quick links on the side, but we'll take you through those in a moment. We have our land acknowledgement here, of course, and our statement regarding the truth and reconciliation, which is an important statement. The department has come together to put that on our site. And of course, we have a link here to student awards in anthropology. We offer, we're raising money to offer funding for undergraduate students. And of course, beyond that, there's lots of funding available for undergraduate students at York, and maybe Lisa can say a word or two more about that, or you can feel free to email us and we can talk more about that too, if you're interested in funding. Further down, we have our programs, faculty research, student journal. We'll talk about more of that in a moment. And of course, what's happening at the department at the moment. So we have our annual lecture series just wrapped up. You can watch a video of it. Super presentation by a world-renowned anthropologist studying migration crisis at the U.S.-Mexico border, and of course, one of our one of our colleagues, now retired, was recently appointed to the Order of Canada. So we're celebrating her achievement there. Lots to see, but what I wanted to start with, if it's okay with all of you, is student research. Because when we talk about life as a student in anthropology, I really wanted to focus on what the learning experience is like, what students actually do in our department. So if you want, in your own time, you can surf to this experience tab here and check out the undergraduate research button there. And so this just gives you a little overview. All of our students, undergraduate and graduate students, are given the opportunity to do research that's appropriate, of course, to their stage of training. And so what we've done, and what we're just starting, and I apologize, it's not fully online yet, but this is a new project. We're putting samples of really exciting research projects for you all to have a look at. So you can see here, there's a paper here from a student in Anthropology 4340, which is our activism and social movements class. We have a bunch here from students in our ethnographic training course. So our methods course, these are third year students. And we'll be adding more. There's lots of really exciting research and essays being written and published by students first through fourth year. And they're not just all research papers. I asked, but they haven't done it yet. They're going to be uploading an original song composition by a student who wrote a protest song for one of his classes. Our undergraduates in 1120 are doing really exciting research Maybe Lisa, actually, you can say a few more words about the first and second year projects as well. So lots of exciting stuff happening at every level. Lisa, do you want to fill in for the first and second year?
Sure. So with the first and second year projects is that you have a lot of variety in the way that you can curate your assignments. With some of the first year projects is that you could be doing research posters and on top of your formal essays. Austin, can you take us over to contingent horizons?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Okay. And so let me just say what Contingent Horizons is first. Contingent Horizon is York University Student Journal of Anthropology, where you as undergraduate students can submit work that you've done from your courses. And what that happens here is that there are two sections here, is that the section that we're seeing here is actually one that is oriented towards peer-reviewed scholarly work, where you will have an opportunity to work with graduate students who form the editorial team. Now, more recently, just launched this year, if you could go to the blog section.
Sure.
So just recently this year is that we launched the blog section, which is called Contingent Horizons, where you can retool your assignments that you've done for classes, and you're retooling it for the general public. So now it's not just about meeting the assignment criteria, but now you're retooling it so that it's open for a wide audience. This one here is actually a project that was done in a second year course. It is a video essay. And if you click the link, you can do that on your own time, or we can watch a little bit here, is that you can see how the student has created a video essay, which is very different than what you would see with a regular research paper. Next month in April, there will be one where it will be an actual zine, which will be uploaded for people to view. So one thing I want to say is that with our program is that we welcome diverse ways, diverse mediums for students to explore anthropological knowledge. We live in a world that is increasingly digital. There's different ways of trying to communicate that knowledge. And as you'll see, is that many of our assignments start to see how we can start making anthropology relevant outside of academia.
That's great. So I encourage you to take a look here. This is a really fantastic project that's been put together by our graduate students, together with our undergraduate students and with faculty support, of course. We're really proud of our journal. Do take some time if you'd like. It'll give you a sense too of the kinds of projects that undergraduate students are up to. And it'll give you, that website will give you more information about the process of submitting your research and on and on and on. So again, it's all to say that it's not just sitting and taking in seminars, taking notes and then writing essays, submitting them, and that's all that happens. A lot of our courses are problem-based, community engaged. They have public-facing aspects to them. We bring the community in, we take our students and we go out, and lots of exciting things happening. And actually, just before Lisa, we move over to the experiential education piece to talk about C4 in our placement course. Maybe I can plug the the summer course that I'm teaching. All right.
Sure.
Okay, great. So if you're interested, and this is open now to undergraduate students, current undergraduates, and future undergraduate students. So for those of you who are not yet enrolled in the program, but want to dip your toes and start thinking about anthropology and participating in academic life at the university, I'll be teaching a course this summer on graffiti culture in Toronto. And it's a small course for just about 5 students or so at York, but we're putting together a team of students who are going to join us in September. So high school graduates, people who can help us out. And the idea is we're going to do an intensive training session for those students one day on ethnographic mapping and photography. And then the next day, we're going to go out to Toronto, apply our skills. And then the third day, we're going to come back to York University. We're all going to sit around and generate an ethnographic map, which is really cool. Lots of computer work. We have a seminar room. The department will provide snacks. So if you're excited about getting started with anthropology and seeing what's possible with anthropology and trying some anthropological methods, this will be a great opportunity to do that. So again, it's open to current undergraduate students, but also to our new students. We're going to welcome you all in September. So this is a chance for you to try things out and to meet us all. So more information about that coming out on email. So that's this summer, probably July. All right. Lisa, would you like to say a word about the placement course?
Sure. Maybe you could take us to the placement course page. It's under experience.
Of course.
Yeah, right there. Okay, so right here, right now we are in the process of reworking this website. Probably in a week or two, it's going to change a little bit because we're actually going to be adding our second year C4 Launchpad course. So you're probably wondering, well, what is that? So C4 is the capstone project, which is used out within York University. It's actually outside of anthropology, but we have gateway courses that feed into this this project where all students from many different disciplines, from engineering, from dance, from social sciences, and so on, they all come together and they work on a project that that is made available by organizations. This year, one of them is going to be an industry-leading organization, and there will also be one that is from the local government, from the municipality. So what's for the C4 Launchpad and Primer is that this is a capstone course for first and second year students. And for this summer, it's still all brand new, is that we're going to be we have oriented one of our second year courses, intercultural training skills, where we have an anthropology instructor who will bring anthropology skill sets for students from many disciplines to be working on this project. So this is what is going to be for the ANTH 2300 intercultural training skills. It is designated as a gateway course for C4 Primer and C4 Launchpad. And we can send more information about C4 if that's something that interests you. It sounds like it is a fascinating way of trying to learn anthropology and also to work with people, from students from different disciplines, and also from different year levels from first to fourth. But the Launchpad and Primer is oriented specifically for first and second year students. Now, the placement course, ANTH 4130, is a year-long course where you will have the opportunity to actually apply your skills that you've gained from first, second, third, and fourth. It is our fourth year capstone course within our department, where you will then use ethnographic skills, the theories, the methods that you've gained, and you will be able to work in local organizations, consultation groups, and also the big banks such as TD and CIBC. So this is running again for the 22-23 session.
Fantastic. Yeah, we're always expanding these placements. So Lisa just mentioned a couple, but there will be more, of
There's a
course.
lot
And
more, yeah.
yeah, a lot more coming, and there's and this will get bigger and bigger. You can check this out on our website. 4130 is there. So that's the placement course. And again, C4 is a new course for us in anthropology, but the community partners are really exciting this year. If you're at all curious or interested in, applying anthropological knowledge in an interdisciplinary setting, so with other students from other faculties and other programs, send us an email and maybe we can hint at what the partner or who the partners are. There's two partners. At least we're not allowed to say who they are because the big reveal is coming, right? But these are pretty major people, and you'll recognize these partners immediately as soon as you find out who they are. And anthropology is involved. We bring a vital skill set to these kinds of projects. We know how to talk to people. We think critically. We take cross-cultural perspectives. So all of these are valuable skills that these teams really look for. So anthropology is right in the center of it. Really excited to participate in C4. And placement course, again, always expanding, new placements every year. Okay, and maybe before we move on to our degrees and certificates, I can say a word about the study abroad. So study abroad, we're not going anywhere this year. Let me actually change the slide here so you can take a look. This website, at least I understand, is in the process of being reworked. So
That's correct.
take this as a preliminary picture of what's available. There are opportunities to go abroad as an anthropology student and study and do your course and do some courses internationally. So the courses that you would do at York, we also run them elsewhere. So for instance, I lead the 3110, which is our core methods course. I lead that course in Athens every other summer. So it's not going this year, but it's going next year. And it is a third-year course, but in the past we've accepted students in second year as well. So it's worth keeping on your radar. Again, not running this summer, running next summer. And we have another course in Portugal, I think running in the same summer in visual anthropology, if I'm right, Lisa. So yeah, so you'll have two study abroad options to choose from. My course is a full year course equivalent. Is the Portugal course a full year course as well, Lisa?
Yes, it is.
It is, yeah. And so we're trying to work it, and I don't know, fingers crossed, so that if you're really interested, you can take one course in Portugal and then take the next course in Athens, one after the other. So what a fantastic summer. Yeah, it's 1 month in Portugal, 1 month in Athens. And of course, York University provides some funding to support that. And you get two full courses under your belt, and you get to spend 2 months in Europe. That's not bad. So we've put together a short promotional video for the course in Athens. And if you don't mind, maybe I'll just play it for everyone here. Because it is, here it is. I'll switch. Okay. I hope it plays well. Here it goes. The Department of Anthropology is excited to announce our summer field school in Greece. Ethnographic fieldwork involves very particular dilemmas. What knowledge can we acquire through our experiences and encounters in the field? How can we, as both researchers and fellow human travelers, navigate the ethical, emotional, and epistemological complexities of doing research with and about people? This study abroad course will provide you with a theoretical and practical toolbox for designing, conducting, and writing up ethnographic research projects. We will pay particular attention to research design, data collection, questions of ethical practice, note-taking and documentation, and finally, data analysis and writing up. Join the Department of Anthropology Field School in Greece. Pretty good video. All right, I'm going to switch back over to the website here. Okay, so again, we'll be sending out more information about this in the course of next year. So how to sign up, again, questions about funding and other matters. So you'll see more about summer abroad courses in September and thereafter. Okay, that's the sort of highlight reel. Lisa, would you like to talk about the degrees we're offering?
Sure. If you could click on our programs. There you go. Okay, so one thing I want to say is we are currently reworking this page so that if you keep on scrolling down, you can see that we have so many degree programs. Keep scrolling. So many degree programs. And what we're trying to do, so yeah, keep going, right? You'll see that we have many. And what we're working on right now is to try and create a visual planner to help students see where they're at, what do they need, what do they have in the past, and where are they going. So just be aware that we are currently reworking. If you are to click on, for many of you, you don't have to worry about fall winter 2014 to summer 2016. Only take a look at the most recent document, and that will be a checklist for you to make sure that you're on board in fulfilling the degree requirements. So the ones I want to highlight here are going to be our major programs. We currently have three options, three of our popular options. As you can see that we have many different kinds of options. We have a 90 credit 3-year degree, which offers you a Bachelor's of Arts in Anthropology. So that's the Bachelor's BA that you see on your left. Then what you'll see is that we have a 120 credit 4-year degree, which is our Honors BA, which is here in the center. And then here on the right, you'll see that we have our Honors Specialized BA, which is also 120 credits. It's a 4-year degree, which is our Honors Specialized BA. So you might be wondering, well, what is the difference between an Honors BA and an Honors Specialized BA? And the difference is that you'll have the opportunity to take more 4th-year courses with the Honors Specialized BA. And with our 4th-year courses is that these are specialized courses. They're much smaller, no more than 25 students. So then it allows for more nuanced, in-depth conversations about course topics. Now, as you can see from when we're scrolling down, is that we have many different kinds of opportunities for you. If you have any questions about our many degree programs and also our minors, I suggest that you contact our undergraduate program assistant at lapsamp@yorku.ca, and we'll provide that at the end. Can you click over to our certificates?
Sure. Get there.
Okay, so our certificates can be pursued as standalone degrees or as an add-on to your current studies. Our certificate programs are designed to strengthen existing anthropology training or to add an anthropological flavor if you do decide to go, if you're coming from another program and you just wish to have some specialty in anthropology. So we currently offer 2 certificate programs. You'll see here on the left that we have a certificate in advocacy and public engagement. And on our right, we have a certificate in culture, medicine, and health. Just to give a few words about our certificate in advocacy and public engagement is that this certificate centers on the utility of anthropology today. Okay, it's about applying anthropological theories and ethnographic methods, again, towards real world applications. Our certificate in culture, medicine, and health offers an anthropological lens on illness, specifically the social, cultural, and political factors that shape experiences of illness, patterns of health and disease, and issues of equity and access to healthcare services. So these programs are standalone. They're much shorter. They're no more than 30 credits. So if you're thinking that you wish to have an anthropological flavor, then this is one way in which to do this. The one thing I want to say is that you can't double dip courses. So the courses that are used towards our certificates cannot be applied for majors or minors. They have to be quite separate. So it is an add-on if you pursue a degree in anthropology. Again, if you have any questions, I suggest that you contact our undergraduate program assistant. He is a wealth of knowledge and he will help walk through and clarify many of our degree requirements. And you're also more than welcome to contact me as well.
Absolutely. That's great. And it is really, I mean, it's complicated, right? All of these degree options, there are so many. And I remember, um, looking through all of this stuff, and it just seems like there's a lot here. Realistically, though, I think the majority of our students, and Lisa, you can back me up on this one, they do the honors BA, right? Honors BA. A few of them do that
And also
specialized.
honor specialized. We have quite a
Yeah,
few honor
specialized.
specialized.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so again, our undergraduate program assistant can give you a hand to figure out exactly what you need to do to get that degree. And if you're interested in these certificates, it's not something you have to decide immediately in your first year or second year, but it's something you can explore when you start. And we can help you, build a degree around your interests, of course, and with maybe one or two of these certificates if you choose to do that. So, um, okay, so that's great. And again, we'll put the contact information up in a moment. Uh, I think next I have on my list here, Lisa, the program chats.
that's correct.
Okay, so Lisa and I put together a lengthier in video about the Department of Anthropology and what we have to offer, special programs we've got going on. Feel free to check this one out as well. This is under future students through the Department of Anthropology. This is again just to provide you with more information should you wish to really dive in and see what anthropology has to offer. Okay, and Lisa, is that a good overview of degrees and
It is. It
moving on?
is.
Okay, so maybe then I can share with you all one more video. This one was put together by one of our graduated students. She's an alumni of this program, and she's put together a neat video kind of to show you what you can do with a degree in anthropology, because this is a question we often get. And I think, every opportunity to tell people what they can do with anthropology is a good one. So let me show you this one. It's only a few minutes long, and then we can move on to questions. So here it is.
Many students might be interested in anthropology as a major or minor, but aren't sure what you can do after you graduate. Some students graduate with their BA and decide to go on to do graduate studies, so to earn a master's degree or a PhD. I graduated from York Anthropology with a PhD in 2016, but of course, other students might prefer to start their careers right away. And unlike in the trades or some professions, there's not a clear or narrow career path that's defined for anthropology majors, but I don't think that this is necessarily a bad thing. Students who study anthropology develop important skills and competencies that will be valuable in a wide range of career paths. So you can find people with backgrounds in anthropology working in all sorts of sectors. For instance, the corporate sector, doing things in marketing, finance, or technology, such as user research or product design. Working in the field of education, either teaching or maybe developing new teaching technologies. In not-for-profit organizations like international aid, advocacy, or charity organizations, or maybe moving laterally, bringing their anthropological perspective towards supporting the social good into fields like law or healthcare, or like me, working in the public sector. As a public servant working for the government of Ontario, I use my anthropological training every day. So in my day-to-day, I bring my research skills, critical thinking, and intellectual curiosity to collaborate with my team to produce high-quality work. And I help bring a holistic perspective into our work by asking questions about whose voices are missing when we're working to improve public programs and services, and bringing in a concern to understand people from their own perspective, which can really help bring that human-centered design into programs and services. And in working with my cross-ministry partners, I bring my critical listening skills, project and relationship management skills into the picture so that we can ultimately work together better to support the public. So really, choosing anthropology opens up career opportunities in any field where you need critical skills in research and analysis, to consider cross-cultural or cross-political perspectives on important issues, high-quality interpersonal and communication skills that help to make knowledge count.
All right. So I'll stop sharing there. Uh, I hope that gives everyone a good general overview of the Department of Anthropology, what we have on offer. Maybe I'll stop the recording now, and then if there are any questions, we would be happy to ask them. Oh, and of course, I'm sorry, Lisa, I should have put up the contact the contact page. So hold on a second. Let me go back to screen share. I apologize. Everybody's screens are going to reorganize. Okay. Here's the contact information for.
Exactly. So if you have any questions about degrees, degree planning, I strongly urge you to reach out to lapsant@yorku.ca. It's also under undergraduates inquiries. So that is your #1 contact person if you have any questions whatsoever. Also feel free to send me a message as well, an email message, and I'm happy to respond and to clarify anything about what we discussed here, or if you're thinking about anthropology, questions about the programs and our degrees or certificates, or life in general, I'm more than happy to field them.